Shalamabam.
Strip Club Video with Danny Meyers, Dane Hansen, and Jeff Gerald starts now.
Shalamabam. That's an Alabama term. Strip Club Video. Hey, we're back again, man. A weekly show we got going on. I am Danny Meyers. We've got Dane Hansen and Jeff Gerald with us today. And we also, we have Macy John with us here today. How are you, Macy?
Good. How are you, Danny?
Excellent. We want to do a show on social media, which affects the strip club industry. And I got to hear Macy speak a couple of years ago at a panel we had for Pandemonium. And you had brought up so many great points about what clubs, how we should be posting and what we should be posting and stuff. So I said, this is the perfect guest to bring on here. At the time I met you, I think you were social media director for Scarlett's, which is down in, is it considered Miami?
It's borderline Miami. We're actually in Hallandale, a city nobody's ever heard of.
Okay. And but now I just learned that you are also social media director for the entire RCI, Rick's Corporation. So you handle you're over all of the social media for all of that?
Yeah, I do all things marketing for RCI.
Wow, that has to keep you busy. They got a ton of clubs.
They do. It's fun though. It's really fun.
So as far as the clubs that you post for, what social media outlets do you like to use the most?
You mean as far as like scheduling postings?
No, actually, like do you use Facebook mostly, Instagram mostly? I know you're on TikTok.
It's I like Instagram mostly, only because it's just less restrictions, and that's where a lot of the younger crowd is going towards.
Where do you get the most traction from, though? I mean, is it Instagram, or is it as far as response, or?
It depends really on it depends on the content. The younger people shame, to post that they like your picture, that they want to come in. Facebook does get a lot of views, but people are more, restricted on, I'm going to look at the picture, but not really comment on it. So Instagram is definitely the better place where people are going to now. And even TikTok. TikTok is a place where a lot of the younger crowd are going.
Yeah. Do you like to, go ahead.
It's definitely better.
Do you like to post video, still pictures, or a little of each? What's that?
A little of each.
A little of each?
A little of each, yes.
Cool. And I know hashtags as far as individual social media outlets, like are they better on some than others? I think they're kind of necessary on TikTok, right?
TikTok, definitely. TikTok, you have a whole platform where you can search just for hashtags and it'll pull up all the videos. Instagram works the same way, but Facebook, not so much. People still use them on all three, but people tend to look or find for hashtags on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay. Dane, Jeb, you got questions?
Well, how are you navigating the incredible chaos that social media is giving us on these new restrictions and new bans and destroying posts from 5 or 6 years ago that didn't even make sense? How have you found navigating that incredible minefield lately?
Well, it's definitely a minefield for sure. It's, and it's not really their fault. What really happened is there was a pair of bills that got signed into law that kind of, went quietly. Nobody really noticed. It was the FOSTA and the SESTA bill. And the FOSTA fights human trafficking online, and SESTA fights the enablers, which are the social media companies, or, not that they're enablers, but they're trying to make them be more responsible about what gets posted. So social media says, you know what, we don't want to have anything to do with policing the billions of posts that people put every day. So they just take the stuff down. They have bots that keyword search your content, and doesn't matter that manner that it was posted in. If you have keywords like nudity, topless, nude, naked, ass, they just take it down. Doesn't matter what the picture looks like. They just don't want to get sued for it. So they just take it down. They remove Section 230 protections from them if they're seen liable. And they said, nope, we're not going to allow it. Doesn't matter. And even sometimes when you fight it, because they do give you the option to say, no, I think you reviewed my content in the wrong way. I think you misunderstood my post. And they just say, no, forget it, take it down.
Mm-hmm.
So for the most part, if people have the ability to take down anything in your past that you can before your account gets banned and rebanned before they just eliminate you, just, go back and take your stuff down.
Yeah, TikTok does not give you the option, or at least did not give me the option when they muted one of mine. I said the word anal, and this is the thing. All I said was it was a joke, and part of the punchline had the word anal, and all of a sudden I got muted because I violated their community standards. Now, this is TikTok, mind you, the same company that encourages you to use their rap music and music with some of the horrible language and the N-word and everything going through it. That's fine, but I can't say anal.
Yeah. Well, it's just, it's very difficult for them to filter out where, what's the context that you're putting the word in. It's, there's millions of people now, and TikTok is one of the fastest rising platforms where there's millions of users coming on every day. And for them to just go through each and every single post to say that this one is okay to use the word, this one is not, they just rather remove it. They'd
Yeah.
rather just take it out because anal can mean anything, and they don't want to be bothered with trying to figure it out. Imagine the amount of people they would have to hire to monitor all these.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. True.
impossible.
Crazy.
So
Dane?
if you're like, we encourage our employees to post, obviously, to post things for the club, daily check-in and all those kind of things. What kind of liability or responsibility does the club have itself if on what is posted as tagged in by your employees? If they're paid employees, does that still, do you still have some kind of a liability for the content that they post? If the club is tagged in it, if they're employed, how does that work?
Oh, you mean as in, like, will you get banned for the stuff they post?
No, I mean, what about a violation as far as a model or something like that? If they were to post something and tag the club in it, how far does that responsibility go for the club itself if it wasn't posted originally from the club?
Right. Well, we've seen that happen. And what happens is, these attorneys tend to go after anybody that uses a model with a logo for the club on any page. And for the most part, I mean, I'm not sure the outcome of these lawsuits as to what happens but they do happen. They figured, oh, look, there's a logo for this club. They make a ton of money. Let's go after them. And even if you can get out of it, it's you still have to pay the fees to fight it. So when you do tell your employees to share content and to promote the club, tell them to promote pictures from your page, tell them to promote pictures of themselves. Don't tell them don't use your logos. It's just a big liability. Posting pictures of themselves, their friends, the staff inside the club, showing what it looks like, just do that. Anything else is just taking a risk that you don't want to take.
Cool.
Good. I had a question on their community values as well. If you can figure it out, and I know nobody really knows, but you see some people like the full butt, the side of the butt, partial butt. There's a thong in there. Sometimes they get pulled, sometimes they don't. You see some people that never get pulled and seem to get away with it more. What do you think as far as, and people that like put emojis over nipples and things like that? What's your take on that?
Well, I've actually done tests on this. I've gone to competitor sites and, different parts of the country. I'm not going to say who it is, but I've gone to their sites and I've found raunchy pictures and I've reported them just to see, what happens. And I've gotten responses that say, while this might offend you, we just advise for you to block this page from your view. And, I think what happens is there are people that monitor the postings being taken down. And depending on where in the country you are, you have different people that have different values as to what they think is good or bad. So, here in Florida, I'm guessing that the people that monitor this area have an understanding that Florida is more of a party town and, half naked is the thing to be. It doesn't matter if you work at a club or not. They, realize that there's girls, models, people that work at regular clubs, and there's probably more naked pictures or half naked pictures coming from the Florida area. And even people that monitor this area might be from here, who knows? But they don't. The pictures down here probably don't get reported as much as the pictures do in, say, Ohio. or Michigan and other parts. And I've noticed that some places do tend to have more violations than others, even though the content is almost identical.
Hmm.
So, a lot of it has to do probably with who the people are that they hire and where they're located.
Hmm. That's some good information, because
That
I always
really is.
wondered that. I always wondered, and like certain keywords you had talked earlier about, stay away from keywords like, boobs and naked and things like that. What about links to sites? I see OnlyFans. I see people that either put OnlyFans on, or they, I don't know, change the O to a 0. Do you think they're safe by changing the O to a 0?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen the OnlyFans on Instagram. I haven't seen any of that on Facebook. I know Facebook has a thing that blocks a lot of links to a lot of different websites, in an attempt to get rid of fake news and misinformation. And, porn sites, they do a better job at doing that than the other sites. I don't think, I just think it's Facebook. I don't think it's something where you add a 0 at the end or not changes anything. You probably don't get that many people linking on it anyways, on Facebook at least, but Instagram probably do. There is a lot of fans only on there, and check my bio, check this, check that. And a lot of people use redirects too, like the bit.ly shortening, when they shorten the URLs and give it a shorter URL. So it tries to trick the algorithms of the social network. So I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't deal a lot with, sharing links in descriptions. I don't think it does a lot for it, because people just, find your page, they click on your website, they click on directions, they click on calling your number. So
Mm-hmm.
So what type of
those are my
content?
thoughts on it.
What type of content gets the highest response, as far as, is it video? Is it a picture? Is it a certain type of picture? Because there's all kinds of things some things that we don't think would get a lot of response. And I look and I'm like, wow, the engagement was huge in that, but I don't understand why. It doesn't make sense, so
There isn't really a science to it.
no rhyme or
It's
reason.
right. There is no rhyme or reason. Sometimes, for sure, posting in the daytime is better. It looks like a lot of people aren't working 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It seems to get more engagement than later at night. But, just a cute face will do. Sometimes you don't even have to post a girl that's over revealing or over revealing images. Just a pretty face with the girl shaking, a glass of champagne in a, boomerang is cute. The way that she moves. A lot of people are like, wow, she's gorgeous, she's hot, she's cute. And sometimes, you might post a full blown picture of a girl that's almost naked, and you might not get any response, and the girl might be cute. It just, you never know what people are looking at and how they're taking it in or what they think about it. It's just, you just have to make sure that your picture just doesn't look ugly, and that you don't have, ugly things in the background, ripped clothes on the girls, just that it looks clean, and something that, people are willing to say, hey, I'll like that. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Dane, Jeb, that's all the questions I had. What do you guys, do you have anything else?
I don't have anything else. I'm just hoping I don't get banned this week. Trying to stay out of jail.
Well, I've been lucky enough to, and I know it's going to happen now that I say this, but I've been lucky enough to not have been banned yet. So I
I've
guess
been
I
there.
need to try harder.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, and things have changed. It used to be back in the day in Facebook, you used to have 2, 3 different accounts to post from. Now they kind of know that, they come from the same IP address.
Mhm.
Every little trick that you have figured out, roundabout trick, they have figured it out as well. They don't even, if they ban your page or they delete your page, you can't even create a new page anymore. So people really have to be careful to not, mess up your pages.
Yeah.
Keep your pages clean, and try to, your best to not put those trigger words in there. For the most part, people know what we are. They know what the adult industry is. You don't have to just slam it in their faces all day long, fully nude, fully naked, full friction. You just, avoid those words, and, be a little bit more flirty. Come see this girl tonight, and, come drink a glass of champagne, and people get the gist of what it is.
Very good. Very good. Macy John, from down there with RCI and Scarlett's, and we get to come down to Scarlett's. What is it? May 23rd, 24th. We got that EDI is going to be down there. Or the expo, I mean, is going to be down there. So I know
Right.
one of the nights we're all coming over to Scarlett's. So hopefully you'll be there. Do you ever go in there?
I don't that much anymore, but I'll take a nap during the day and I'll make sure I can come out and party with everybody.
All right.
Okay. Well, I will see you at Expo. For everybody else, I do want to remind you, we've got all of these shows on Strip Club Video, which is our stripclubvid.com. I did grab that website. I don't have it up yet, but stripclubvid.com will be our new website. Just got that domain. But right now, everything is either at djdannymyers.com or pandamembers.org. I've got all of these shows on there. Share them with your friends. We won't sue you. I promise. Macy, thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're
Macy.
welcome, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Have a good one.
Strip Club Video.